Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious.
Boop!
Boop! Fuck you, Phoebe Bridgers!
Wait. Eat a dick, Pam.
Yes! I heard that too. I love that part.
Oh, what a fucking show.
So many good lines.
Yeah, we have cursed twice now at the next 30 seconds, so demonetized, but...
So canceled already.
Listen, we'll get better. Welcome to another episode of Unseriesous. By our quotes in the title and our visual behind us, if you're watching on YouTube, you know we're finally talking about shrinking. But before we get into all the shrinking things, I just want to catch up with my good pal, Brianna.
Who?
Brianna. Brianna. Brie, what's been going on in your life lately? Have you been watching anything, listening to anything, experiencing anything new?
Oh.
This past week?
Oh. Kind of strange that you asked me if I've been experiencing
This year is about experiencing.
It's really about experiencing things.
Which is so real if you think about it.
Yeah. Like, that's obviously so real and all I want to do. But yeah, me and Megan both got to experience something quite magical.
Something life-changing.
Something that I didn't... Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. But this past Saturday, we went to the Dancing with the Stars live tour.
Woo! Da 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 da.
Me and Megan are lifelong fans.
Yeah, we didn't get to really express that on here because we were going to do a pod on the last season, but it didn't work out with my other job.
Yeah, we were going to go live.
We were going to go live. So maybe this coming year, now that we're close personal friends.
Yeah, with all of them. Oh my God.
Maybe they'll come on.
Oh my. Yeah, they'll just be here on for what?
They should be like dancing. But like, we're like, come on in.
Slay.
Instead of flying the GMA, they fly to us.
Exactly. You have to go on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we not only watched the live show, but after we got to meet how many? Like
8 of them.
8
out of 11. I'm saying 11. I'm counting Dotton.
Okay,
Dotton.
yeah.
Charity Lawson's fiance.
But what? I thought we were gonna meet like 2.
Yeah.
Or 3.
And the 2 or 3 that I thought we'd meet, like...
We're not even
didn't even come out, which is totally fine. Like, I would even love to have met them, but, like, I can't even complain because...
Because we just met so many of them that we didn't think were going to be out.
And we, like, made memories with them.
We made a lot of
memories.
At least
we have the memory of it.
Yeah, at least that.
We, like, had a connection with them for the 5 to 10 seconds we were with them.
Like, every interaction just felt so, like, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. This is my fam for real.
Brie and I individually and together have met a lot of famous people.
Yeah, because we're kind of in their circle.
We're kind of in like we just share the same circles. Like we overlap our circles.
Yeah. So being famous.
But I would say, for the most part, there are a few exceptions, which I guess like some of them we could save for, I don't know, like the One Tree Hill podcasts we do.
Yeah.
Things like that. Hint, hint, hint. Like there are a few exceptions I think for both of us, where there were some, like, cool, like, more personable things. But a lot of the time, and by no fault of anyone, it's just, like, a photo and you leave. Like, you kind of have a second with them. Mm-hmm. And it's nice, but that's, like, what you pay for. It's just, like, for basically 5 seconds of their life. Like, I met Tom Holland. I don't know if we'll ever do a Tom Holland adjacent podcast. Maybe. I guess if we watched that one show we did.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, not that I'm giving the full story, but, like, very nice moment. But it was so quick. Mm-hmm. But with the Dancing with the Stars cast, I feel like we got at least a minute. Yeah. With, like, all of them.
And, like, we could have, if we wanted to, we probably could have gotten more.
Yeah. If I was less overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed. I didn't know who was coming, and I, like, honestly didn't know what to say.
Yeah, and I don't want to take up too much of their time, but they were willing to listen.
Yeah.
So. And we were at the end of the line for some of them.
So I don't want to take too much of their time, but the time they did give us, priceless. The memories.
Priceless. Hotel Trivago. Like, the memory's
That was
priceless.
it.
Hotel Trivago.
The Hotel Trivago.
Like, Gleb flirted with me.
Yes. Gleb rizzed Megan up.
It's a little, like, intense, to be honest. Like, I feel like we could spend so much time talking about it, and I would. I don't know where we would do that. We should just do a Dancing with the Stars podcast, I guess, because I would love to give all the deets.
Get us to 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can go live.
Yeah, and we'll do a story time.
Story time.
But, oh yeah, like, let us know. I'll do a story time on TikTok.
Yeah.
For each
yeah,
and
we could do that and put the pictures up.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be
follow
nice.
us. Because, yeah, Gleb was really special, which we joked
Gleb
about,
was
but
really
ended up being
special.
kind of really special. I feel like Emma was really special, being someone we watched for so long. Mm-hmm. Alan's one of my favorites. Daniela's one of our favorites.
That was a lot.
It was a lot. And then Charity Lawson and her fiance, like, are our close personal friends.
Like, I love them.
Shout out.
Turn on their season.
Honestly, let's do a pod on it.
Yeah.
On, like, an old season.
Yeah,
it's not that old, but it's not current.
It's not current. We're just like...
I never thought about us watching The Bachelor for this.
Oh, yeah. Well...
We'll think on it. Yeah, that was so fun, and the dances were so cool. Like, their performances, such a great show.
Oh, I just thought The Bachelor would. Sorry,
Wait, hold on, more on that.
The Bachelor would be so good for like audience wise.
Yeah, I know. I just had the same realization.
Yeah, like because everyone talks about it,
and it sounds like this season's kind of decent now.
Well, fuck.
And like Joey
We're
seems
late.
like a man that I can get behind.
Well.
We'll talk on it.
Anywho,
We'll have a separate meeting. We don't need to be talking business
like
on the
this, like
pod.
my whole mind.
We don't need to let you guys know how the sausage gets made.
Not the sausage. Yeah, but yeah, we should do a whole story time about Dance with Stars.
Yeah, that's the most significant thing, I guess.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl will probably be like 2 weeks old by the time this comes out, but that's what we watched most recently too. Needless to say, as anti-Chiefs people, we were unhappy, but as pro-Taylor Swift people, I guess I smiled a little for her. But I had to wait till the next morning.
Is this how I smiled?
The next morning, I was like, that's kind of cute. When they were dancing the love story, and You Belong With Me, that was pretty cute. But we had good snacks, and Usher kind of slayed, even if Justin Bieber didn't come out.
My whole feed was edits of the 49ers. And it was like, always a name, never a
Wait, are
God.
you serious?
Oh, yeah, and that was my feed. And because they lost last time to them.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And it was just them being sad with the confetti on there.
That was awful. So who did I see? Someone was like, I need the people to get off the field. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, if you lost, get off the field. It's just so depressing.
God.
Oh my God.
It kind of slaps.
I cannot believe that that's what you got served.
Yeah.
Mine-
This is what you need.
My feed, my Twitter feed, was all Taylor and Travis. And let me tell you something, Brie. You know the algorithm, how the algorithm be. It's like you interact
if you
with
like
something,
one thing, you
see it
all of it.
Let me tell you something. I haven't liked or interacted with or even seen anything related to Joe Burrow in a while.
Oh, no.
But my algorithm said,
no.
I know what this bitch needs. I saw no less than like 5 Joe Burrow tweets.
Oh, no.
And like, without like intent, like it came out of nowhere. And I was like, fuck, yes, we are so back. And I'm ahead of the game because the football season doesn't start till August.
Yeah, I'm like,
Fully
hold
6
on.
months like ahead. But I just like had a renewed sense of hope and outlook on life from
Wow,
that.
that's beautiful.
Because I said he's coming back
Yeah.
to save the NFL. Because I care so much about the NFL.
Next season, they're going to get out in the first place.
I swear to fucking God, Brie, that's not the energy I need. This year is about experiencing things, and I would like to experience fucking joy. The Eagles and the Bengals are playing in Cincinnati. You want to go?
Yeah.
Because I think me and
but
Sarah
I
are
would cheer
going.
for the Eagles.
That's fine.
What I've learned is that I really love Jason Kelsey even more.
Yeah.
When he's dancing on that
That's
thing,
what I was
that
enjoying.
sent
That's what
me
made me
to
smile.
the moon.
And then him like
I
falling
was
into
like,
the tree.
I know, this guy is...
I'm obsessed with Jason Kelly, and
So
I also
cool.
love his wife so
they're-
much.
They're the best.
Yeah, that's really where I'm at.
I love them.
And if Taylor's into that family, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I like that.
Me too. Moral of the story: Go Birds. Hooday.
Yeah.
If it was Bengals-Eagles Super Bowl, I'd be living.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's the... Well, I would be really devastated if the Bengals lost the Super Bowl again. But if it was the Eagles, it would be... Like, that's the only team I could smile
And Jason Kelce won't
at
even
a week
be
later.
there, though.
It's still up for debate.
Really?
Yeah, he's still considering.
Oh, shit. All right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, let's go, Burt. Let's see Jason Kelce and Joe Burrow
But
play.
if he doesn't make it again, I'll kill him.
Anyway, so we're gonna go to ranking. That's a perfect segue into the therapy show.
I just saw an edit of him and I said, "Oh,
Jason."
I said, "Poor guy."
Well, anyway, enough about Jason Kelce. Let's talk about Jason Segel.
Let's talk about Jason Segel. Let's talk about Harrison Ford.
You're fucking right. Okay. Go Birds. Houday. Shrinking. Live, laugh, love.
Looks around. Right.
We're talking about shrinking on this episode of Unseriesous, and I decided, because I'm feeling in a silly, goofy mood, that I'm going to improv the intro.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay. Let me go into that place.
Megan's got to tell us what it's about.
Shrinking is a comedy series on Apple TV starring Jason Segel as Jimmy, a therapist who is going through his own grief after losing his wife a year ago. Spoiler alert. He has an estranged relationship with his daughter. He has not spoken to his best friend Brian in a year, and he often turns to his mentor, Paul, played by Harrison Ford, for advice. When he starts feeling helpless and stale at his job, he decides to make a damn change and go a little off the books, as one might say.
That's what you do. That's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing right now, because he inspired me. He takes therapy to unconventional levels in an effort to meet his clients where they are and help them in ways that other therapists can't, by inviting them to live in his house. That's where Sean comes in. Sean was in the military, and he's dealing with a little bit of PTSD, some drama with his family. And when he can't find housing, Jimmy says, get on in here. But then his daughter Alice, who he's trying to make amends with, has a little crush on Sean. More on that later. Jimmy also finds himself at odds with his neighbor, Liz, who kind of took Alice in this last year. But the two of them start to bond over what's really important, friendship, and what's important on the show, mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Shrinking. I started getting really lost at the end.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and also shrinking. Gabby's there. Gabby! Gabby is there.
Gabby.
Is she out there? Is she out there?
Yes.
Gabby's another therapist at their practice.
Yeah.
And Slays.
They're an iconic trio when they're...
Yeah. The psychological vigilantes.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Not sponsored
That was
by
pretty
Poppy.
good. I'll give you that.
By Improv?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's really
I just couldn't whip out my computer and type something. So Shrinking came out about a year ago on Apple. I watched it, I'm pretty sure, since the beginning. Like, I was maybe a week late. But I tuned right away because it is written by... Brett Goldstein is one of the writers, but, what's his name? Oh my god, my improv skills are gone. I think Joe Kelly and I can't think of the guy who wrote Ted Lasso, created Ted Lasso with Jason. Brett Goldstein was Roy on Ted Lasso and wrote on Ted Lasso too. So same kind of gang writing it. So it has similar sense of humor, similar sense of like heartwarmingness. It's like they took the part of Ted Lasso that was like about mental health and said, let's go fully in on this because it's important. One of my favorite parts of Ted Lasso, and obviously like the biggest part of the show, is talking about like mental health matters, kids. I can't think of his name. I'll look it up. Bree, talk about you jumping into Shrinking.
I jumped into Shrinking this past January. Well, yeah, the beginning of January. And I watched it with my mom. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I laughed. I cried. illegal.
I had a shot. I danced.
I
sweat. And I had many epiphanies.
And I had many epiphanies during Yeah, that's exactly what happened, actually.
For real. It's a ride. Okay, Bill Lawrence was who I was trying to think of. Bill Lawrence, fun fact, Bill Lawrence created Ted, but he also created, I'm sure I'm forgetting other things, but significantly, he created Scrubs. So when Neil Flynn, the dad from The Middle, comes on in, that's a connection.
The dad from The Middle.
Because he was on Scrubs. He's basically probably most known for Scrubs. And then Krista B. Miller, who plays Liz, is his wife.
Oh.
So a little nepotism, but we accept it because she's an icon. And he also, I think, created Cougar Town, which she was on.
Oh.
So love her. She's
awesome.
Like, she's such a good actress. And then Jason Segel is a co-creator, and Brett Goldstein. So slay. Did somebody say slay?
Hey, yeah.
I rewatched it with my mom also this past January.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous to watch it with my mom.
Why?
Because it was a little scandalous.
It was more scandalous than I remembered.
Like,
I remember,
some of this, like, I shouldn't care, and she probably doesn't care.
yeah, we're all adults here.
I'm like, I'm literally an adult. I'm literally 24.
I know.
Like, sit down.
But the way you watch things with your parents, I feel like, depending on who you are, it's different. But, like, I feel like if you felt uncomfortable with XYZ when you're younger, it's going to be really hard to get out of that mindset. Maybe it'll take up, like, maybe in my 30s, but, like, I still find it hard. Even if sex is mentioned, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, they talk a lot. They go in.
It's more than I remembered.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I told you, oh, this is so brand safe.
And then I was like, but my mom was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's good.
So I was like, okay.
My mom really liked it too. And I had been watching Grey's Anatomy with my mom too, and that show's scandalous.
Oh, that's more scandalous.
And like, you would think it would be less because it was on like ABC, and this show's on
my
Apple
mom was
TV.
watching that. It was Grey's Anatomy in front of me.
Exactly. So
who cares?
I feel like this is maybe one of the more like risk. I've watched worse, but like I probably wouldn't choose to watch worse. Like I ain't watching Fleabag with Karen.
Oh yeah.
What else did I tell her? We were talking about something else. I was telling my mom, what have we been watching recently? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but that I think it was before then. I had just watched something and I was telling her it was amazing, and she's like, "Oh, maybe I'll try that." I was like, "Well, don't. I wouldn't watch it with anyone else."
Well, don't.
I said, "Well, don't actually. This show's amazing. Don't watch it."
But
I was like, "It's not a show I'd want to watch with you." She's like, "Okay, I'll watch it alone."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember what that was, but.
Well, me and my mom went from The Bear to this, like straight to this, and
Same.
I bring this up every episode now, but my mom doesn't like The Bear.
Has Brie made it clear that she's pissed?
Because when we were watching Shrinking, she's like, "Now this is what I like." I said, "Okay."
What's interesting though is because she said she didn't like Ted Lasso.
I think she's just against. I don't think she doesn't even know what Ted Lasso's about. She just what's his name?
Jason Sudeikis.
She's like, I don't like the porn stash. Remember she said that? Because I don't think she knows what Ted Lasso is.
Because I swear she said something about specifically the humor, like the jokes she didn't like. And I'm like, I think they're kind of similar.
I don't think you've seen this.
Maybe she didn't give it enough of a chance because, like, not that it's one-to-one at all, but it's the same kind of humor because it's the same people making it.
Yeah, I think she would like Ted Lasso maybe, but yeah, we don't have Apple, so like, I don't think she's seen it.
Okay.
We'll
keep you updated.
She just knows who Jason Sudeikis is, of course. And is like, and you know how she's very judgmental about the people on screen and how they look.
Yeah, we were out to dinner and she's like, I like when people on TV are hot, basically.
Hold on. Jeremy Allen White is the only man I like, and I always the love of my life, so I would sit the fuck down.
She's so funny. She's so real.
I like when people are hot.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what she said.
I said Jesus. Okay.
So fucking true. What I will say, okay, to center it back on this show made me realize like how much I fucking love Jason Segel. I've not seen How I Met Your Mother.
I haven't seen either of them really in much.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've seen him in Age of Adeline.
Harrison Ford was in Age of Adeline. Okay,
What's funny is because he's in like so much.
Yeah.
That I haven't seen, but like then that's what I know him from. And now I know. But we should watch Age of Adeline.
I'm in.
That's the guy from Haunting.
Yeah, and Blake.
And, yeah.
All right, I'm in. I'm in. It has everything I want.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jason Segel. Yeah, I've not seen him in many things. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I just know him from, like, existing. Because, like, I would see stuff about How I Met Your Mother. I didn't fully watch How I Met Your Mother. But I adore him. Like, he's
kind of darling.
He's darling. That's such a great word. Like, he's so charming, and he has, like, such a nice smile. Like, every time they showed him at the Emmys, and, like, he wasn't winning shit, but they were like, Jason Segel, and he was like, he was just, like, so happy to be there, and I was so happy to see him. Like, I love him so much, and it's like, kind of celebrity crush, but not in the same way. Like, I just have so much love in my heart for him.
Yeah.
It's like Adam Scott in a way, but, like, something about Jason Segel really speaks to me in my soul.
Yeah.
And then Harrison Ford, I've seen him in Star Wars. I've seen him in just Life.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Indiana Jones. Okay. I've seen, like, pieces of it. I'm sure I was on in the background as a child. I haven't sat down and watched it.
Those, but I didn't.
But when I saw him in this, like, I thought they were jumping ahead. Knowing that he has Parkinson's in the show.
Oh, I was gonna say
Harrison Ford.
Is he okay? I love Harrison Ford.
Me
now.
too.
Like, I've just never. But I love Paul.
Yes, and I want to talk about Paul specifically.
So now I'm here.
But, like, when this show was being, like, advertised, I went through, like, several stages of being shocked. Like, when they were advertising with him, I was shocked. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's just in one episode. 'Cause sometimes they'll do that. It'll be, like, a red herring. They'll use a big name to get you to watch it. And then they're barely in it.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm, like, watching it. He's in the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, my God, he has Parkinson's. They're going to kill that fucker off.
Oh, no.
They didn't kill him off. And it's renewed for season 2. And he's still in it. And I don't want to... I feel like I could spend the whole episode talking about Harrison Ford. The way they got him to be in it, like, I should find the clip of, I think, Brett Goldstein talking about it. Like, Brett, like, went over to Harrison's house. And Harrison was like, okay, like, it's, like, just shocking to me that he's in this the whole time, and then the character he plays is very Harrison Ford, like, grumpy, like, just, like, mentor type, but he's also so funny!
He's so funny.
Like, the scene where, it's his storyline is him having Parkinson's, but his grief is basically dealing with having Parkinson's because he knows that his
relationship with his daughter,
but, like, his quality of life is slowly gonna go down.
Yeah.
And, like, he knows that, so it's like that's the grief he's dealing with. And one thing he struggles with giving up is, like, being able to drive and just, like. But then, oh my God, Gabby's trying to give him a water bottle. Then he starts using the water bottle. And then when he just shows up in her car and just concedes and he's like, okay, we'll drive together to work. And then in the next episode, they're singing in the car together. And I'm like, that's fucking Harrison Ford. And he has never been, like, cooler to me than in this.
He makes me so happy in this.
I fucking love
Gabby
him.
and Paul are, like, my favorite. Like, there's a bunch of like, literally everyone's a duo on this show.
Yeah.
And they're, like, just my favorite. Like, he's like making fun of the water bottle, then you see him at the end with, like, the little ones. Mm-hmm. And then the stickers on her laptop, but, like, that scene, like, just every one of their scenes is, like,
when he shows up to, like, give her a in-person recommendation to that guy. Hell yeah, Paul! Oh my God, I adore them. I adore him. So glad Harrison Ford is on the show. I will take it as long as I can get it. I feel like I was gonna say something else related to that. Oh, just, I guess, on the subject of Paul, my favorite, I think I told you at the time, like, episode 9 is one of my favorites probably my favorite episode. I'm trying to see if there's 2 big things, but one of them is Paul's award ceremony.
Yeah.
And how, like, he tries to invite, like, his relationship with his daughter, Meg. Slay.
Meg!
So that's a win for me, for Meg Nation. Their complicated relationship, and then he tries to, like, invite her to the ceremony, but then she gets upset because it's all about work, blah, blah, blah. And then you think he's taking his girlfriend, which, slay.
Yes.
Love them.
Slay.
His doctor girlfriend. He's actually going to his grandson's play.
Yeah.
And that was such a good, like, twist.
Yeah.
And that's when I think that scene specifically solidified this as, like, one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
At least of, like, now, I don't know, like, picking favorite shows or like picking children, but like I was like, this is what TV is all about, the found family and the real family, and like everyone just being nice and cute and stuff.
When Gabby's in the house and sees the doctor and him, and it's like, oh, people have sex.
Yes! She's like, yes, forever. She's so funny. Everything she does is so funny. Gabby. We can talk about Gabby too.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, the other thing though I love in episode 9, and this like is about other people that we'll obviously talk about, but one of my favorite funny scenes is when Alice is at that college and Paul, Brian, and Jimmy go there, and just like that dynamic of them all basically like being her dads. It was like, your dads and your grandpa are here. But then like they're like, she's too young for you. And he's like, you told me you were 19, and then Jimmy goes, yeah, well she's 12. Send me to the fucking mood. That's like top 5 line of the show.
Episode 8 is I think it's my favorite. Like where they are, because like there's the 3 of them at the museum or the art show, and then them like both of the groups and just seeing all their dynamics.
Oh, was that 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
So good. Like that whole episode made me hype. And they see the peacock and they're like, it either wants to kill us. And it's just like this old guy. I don't know. The whole thing's so fun.
There was something funny. I don't remember what the specific thing was, but when they like go to her friends, and he's like, "I know Summer. I know she's lying." Something like that. Yeah. This show does such a good job in every little moment. There's something just like so funny or so satisfying about the way they write everything. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Gabby is so good, and I think she improvs a lot of the stuff because she always has lines about just like black people and like how it's relatable to them, and you know that she's like putting in a lot of that stuff. And I really respect it. So fucking funny.
I can't even.
I love her.
I love Gabby.
Let's see if I have anything. Oh, her and Liz's friendship.
Yes.
Such a great development, especially because it starts out where they're like
they don't like each other,
and it's Gabby is not only like Jimmy's coworker. She was his wife's best friend.
Yeah.
So she has also lost like one of her people. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really cool that like she could find another like close female friend. Mm-hmm. And Liz is such an interesting character about like just like being closed off and not having a lot of like people in her life, like her relationship with her kids, her relationship with her husband. Derek!
That's so, I love it. I'm obsessed
with their like dynamic, and like she's like, I can only have sex with him for 15 minutes a day.
And it's at 3 like Liz went from my mom's least favorite character or something to her favorite character. I'm like,
she's so fucking funny.
She's so
I wish I wrote more of what she says down. Yeah, well, just like the name she has with the dogs, for like shit dog or shit rat, tampon
so
dog.
Real.
Like, she's so fucking funny. The whole like Pam sequence when they're like taking down Pam for being like a Karen, which my mom is named Karen, and she always reacts to that. Yeah. Like, she gets it, but she's always like, it's always got to be a Karen. But that scene is so funny. And then Derek just rolls up in the car, and he doesn't know anything that's going on. She's like, no, we don't like Pam. Okay, eat a dick, Pam. I love Derek.
I have one, you want me to kick Jimmy's ass? No, it's okay. Good. I love that guy. He's just like always.
Derek makes the most of his 1 minute of screen time every episode. And he's so like, I hope he's like a series regular next time.
Yeah.
I love Derek and Liz. And Liz making the rocks, tumbling her rocks.
Yes.
And then her finally giving one to Gabby. She's like, oh, I feel like we're in a cult.
Wait, Derek? It's Derek, right? Derek?
The husband?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When he wins the cornhole, and then Brian's like, not you, Derek. Not you,
Liz's husband. He always calls him Liz's husband. Like, they've known each other. He's like, I don't even know you, Liz's husband. Then he just keeps calling him Liz's husband. And he's like, you're not going to be anything at my wedding. If anything, you'll be an usher. And then he makes him an usher. Like, so fucking funny.
So good. That's my favorite.
Wait, I don't know if we want to jump all the way to another character already, but like,
there's so many.
I genuinely think a truly underrated character, and genuinely one of my favorites, is Brian.
Yeah,
Brian has some of the best fucking lines. I have some of them written down, like in the second episode. So he's a lawyer. Mm-hmm. He's like he's like what, like an estate lawyer,
Yeah.
something, like he's not like a criminal lawyer, and they
Like,
use
he
him to
acts like
represent
one.
Sean. He's like, I was a rush, and he was like, I'm Atticus Finch, I'm Juliana Margulies, I am Elle Woods.
Yes.
So good. That was like episode 2, and I'm like, I'm living for this shit. And then like them talking about pickleball, and he's like, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America. Don't get left behind.
Yeah.
And then just the general cornhole.
He's
And it gets
funny.
the whole gang doing it.
He also has the scenes with Paul that are funny.
Yeah, like the way Paul's dynamic with everyone.
Like literally, Paul has something with everyone.
Yeah.
But
It's interesting because there's no reason for him and
I know,
Paul
he's
and
just
Brian.
this random.
He's just like Jimmy's friend, and Jimmy's his
he's
coworker.
just like literally with everybody. Like, has a relationship.
Another thing that kills me is when Jimmy has that one patient that like has like different OCD tendencies.
Yes.
And Brian bursts in and he's like yelling at Jimmy, but he's like, sorry, I'll pay for this. I'll pay for this session. I'll get your bill after. I love Brian. We watched Brian in a Christmas movie. Did you know that? With Jennifer Coolidge?
I realized that because I was like, who is that?
Yeah, I love him. And he was also on Ugly Betty or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Love him.
I love him.
I'm
Icon.
trying to think of any other Brian lines.
Brian and Jimmy's relationship.
Yeah.
Like that. They go through like the different relationships with Jimmy so well, like how people handle their grief and like lose. I don't know.
Everything goes my way.
Yeah,
Like, I couldn't be around a
goes
guy
my way. Yeah, like,
that
would
said
be
that
so
all the time.
annoying. Yeah.
So funny. They also do a good job
They
of like
build it back up.
balancing grief with humor, because that's so relatable. Like the only way you can get through grief is with humor, and the way they like tease each other. I don't want to move away from them to talk about Alice or Sean yet, but when Sean is like, that plant is deader than your mom.
Yeah, and they
funny. So good. Yeah, I love Brian and Jimmy's relationship, and I love that it goes up and down so much because they get better. But then when Brian gets engaged, which I like that little storyline of him struggling to propose. They were like, you've been trying to propose for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And like his relationship with his dad. And one of my other favorite parts was when Jimmy and Sean like sit down with Brian's dad. And I'm obsessed with the fact that like they brought like Sean was sitting down with Brian's dad, and he's known Brian for all of 5 minutes, and it's obviously more than that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is a found family. Like Sean's like, I've known Brian for like a month, and I know he deserves his dad to be there for him on his wedding day.
Exactly.
So pure. But I like that storyline. I like the Brian and Gabby scenes too. Fuck, everyone is so good.
No, every dynamic, but Brian, Gabby, and Liz, and then like Brian's like, I don't like it. Or like, I don't know if I like it, but you work or whatever you said. Like, yeah, they're all just family.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like party for Jimmy, but it was for Brian to propose, and then Jimmy's getting fucking sick in the background.
That was so like. But like one of my favorite parts.
And Paul's
like,
high.
Yeah, Paul's high. Like
Paul and Liz
is high, and Paul's like, I'm too high, and Liz is like, I'm not high enough for this. I'm too high for this.
And then Derek comes by, and then he's like, who the fuck was that? And she's like, the waiter.
I love it.
Everything about them. Like, I'm obsessed with them. I need to be a part of this group of people.
I want to be high with them.
I need to take a gummy with Paul and Liz.
Yeah.
And have Derek get us popsicles.
Yeah.
She's like, go to our house and get them.
That's our
But then I think Brian and his husband are so cute in their wedding, but then like wanting Jimmy to do the speech, but Jimmy not be able to do the speech. But then Liz reacting to the speech when he's like practicing in front of Liz and she's not being able. I just word vomit. Like I can probably talk about every single scene in some way if I remembered them all.
Wait, also, but at the engagement party thing, when Brian's singing the song, or you look so beautiful, and then
so beautiful,
and then Jimmy's like, you are, you're like, not a duet.
God, I need to watch the show for a third time. It's so fucking good. It's like a rush because it's so fun. I'm like, I cannot forget anything.
There's so much. Like, I just feel like I'm jumping around, but like,
yeah, I'm like, we're kind of structured, but we're definitely not.
We're definitely not.
I mean, we can talk about, fuck, there's so much to unpack here.
It's just like everyone has a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Alice and Sean, because
Okay.
that was something that scared the shit out of me.
Same. I was like, what are they doing?
I was skyline nervous.
I was like, huh?
And if you don't know what skyline nervous means,
I was a little skyline nervous.
I was a little skyline nervous. Skyline chili. We say skyline chili when we're a little chilly.
When we're chilly.
And then Julia one day was like, I'm a little skyline nervous.
nervous.
And I was skyline nervous.
Yeah.
So I was like, how old is Sean?
Yeah. No, I literally was so confused on how old Sean was for like a while.
He's like
because,
our age, I think.
Yeah, because he just like, he looked like younger, but also older.
Older.
And then he was with his family. And then I was like, how old is it? And then his relationship with Jimmy, just I'm like, how old are you?
Yeah.
For like a while.
And then when like it's being discussed with like Gabby and Liz, they're like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, but is it?
No.
Like, I'm like, are we encouraging
I
this?
don't think it's good.
I don't think it's, and I think it's fine for her to have a crush, but I was like, are they gonna go there?
Because isn't she 16?
She's 16.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
And he's living with them, and that's Jimmy's patient and best friend now.
Yeah, like I get her having a crush on him.
When she's like, he's
she's
so
like,
beautiful,
she's-
and Jimmy's there.
Yeah, that was so drama.
Yeah.
But like she's 16, and like if there's a man who's beautiful in the house, of course she's gonna be like. But I don't think it should
And
be
they're bonding.
reciprocated. I don't think it should be like. But I think it was handled well.
It was
like,
totally handled well.
I was like,
before we
thank
got
God.
there, I was scared.
I was like, yeah, what's happening?
I was like-
looking at my mom like,
and I'm like looking at fucking Brett Goldstein. I'm like, I know you wouldn't do this.
And I'm like, I know Megan wouldn't just
I feel like that was also something I brought up. I'm like, I need you guys to watch this because something's happening, but I don't know how we all feel.
Yeah.
And it did go like, Sean handled it really well. Like,
Yeah.
she kind of handled it pretty well. Like,
yeah.
it was like very well done once they got there. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
I liked their platonic relationship
Yeah.
though, of like
So
they were
sweet.
there for each other, and like the water tower scene is so like what was happening?
That was crazy.
And then Jimmy's like, yeah, no, I follow the water tower.
I'm gonna start crying because I love this show so much. Yeah, I follow her on Twitter. It hasn't tweeted in a while.
Did Alice tell you? No, I follow the water tower.
I need to be in the writer's room.
So-
Not to participate, just to be there.
Yeah.
And be in the room where it happens. But yeah, I loved when, I mean, before I like went to that moment, but like her being like their buddies at the engagement party.
Yeah.
When they eventually like made up like at the barbecue.
The barbecue?
The barbecue.
When Jimmy was like ready to put the mom's stuff, his wife's stuff away.
Yeah.
And then Alice was like showing Sean the stuff because it's like, or like going through because she wasn't ready to move on. I was like, and he was just like, I thought it was beautiful.
I
This
love
is my
that.
found family.
No, for real. And then my literal family. Well, Alice's relationship with Paul too, I think, is so sweet. When like you find out she's been secretly meeting with Paul, and Paul did not fucking tell Jimmy that this whole time.
And paying him in fun dip.
Or like ice cream. He's like, what did he say? Like Rocky Road or something. He's like, for next time when you don't bring me ice cream. Oh my god, there's so much I need to unpack. Paul, yeah. Their relationship is so sweet, and then him teaching her about the grief, like to just sit in your grief with the music, and that's where Phoebe Bridgers comes in.
I'm like, I can't do that. I do that all the time. The amount of time I listen to sad music, you're like, you know how you just listen to sad music and cry. He's like, do it for this amount of time. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But that.
And then Alice's relationship with Liz, and that's one of the ones that like fucks me up the most because of like how attached Liz gets to her, but then when she starts pulling back, and like she skips out on Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I felt so bad for Liz.
And she had a whole spread.
I'm like, Liz was there for her.
Liz was there for her, and also
And
this
she's
was
an
when
empty nester.
this was when I was in the middle of freeing Taco Tuesday, by the way.
Not free.
And I was like, why is everyone saying Taco Tuesday? It hasn't been freed yet. I don't know if you guys know this, but Taco Bell freed Taco Tuesday, and I was a key part of that campaign.
Wow.
Anyway,
Taco Tuesday.
Not to get you into how the sausage gets made.
Not the sausage.
But I freed Taco Tuesday, so now Shrinking can use it freely.
Wow.
But that really did fuck me up.
Yeah.
And then in the same vein, that was when she was supposed to, like, she was trying to, like, put herself out there with Jimmy, because Jimmy and Alice's relationship, every single relationship is my favorite relationship on the show, but Jimmy and Alice's is one of the best. Because it's, like, so painful, because
it makes me so sad.
She lost her mom, and he lost his wife, and he, like, went off the deep end and, like, basically neglected his daughter, which is so shitty.
No.
But what do you do when, like, the love of your life dies? And he was fighting with her before she died.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That
sucks.
No, but that's, like, wild. But, like, people are like, I hate Alice, like, on TV time. I'm like, this bitch is 16 and lost her mom and didn't have her dad because her dad, like, was right. Like, I understand he was going through it and stuff, but, like, she didn't have her parents.
It's complex. Like, you're allowed to, like,
what?
say that he's
you
just,
guys
like,
can't
fucked
handle
up, but, like,
anything.
no. Did you see that meme going around where it's like complex female characters? You could barely handle her.
No, literally.
No one ever actually wants to, like, enjoy a female character, because anytime she does something that is not likable, it's annoying. But it's like, that's being a fucking human being.
Yeah.
And I love her, and I love the complications of, like, they'll be, like, perfect one moment and then, like, fighting the next.
Yeah.
And, like, she put herself out there. She got them chicken. And it was so complicated because, like, she was finally putting herself out there with him, but he was finally putting himself back out there to play pickleball with Brian. And he was like, I'll cancel. She's like, no, this is for me and my friend. I was like, no!
I know that.
So crazy.
So she missed Taco.
She missed Taco Tuesday.
And she's like, this is from a friend.
And then she went to hang out with Paul.
Yeah, real.
When she's wearing Paul's
Honestly,
hat.
that's what I would do.
When Paul's like, oh, don't wrong dog me again.
No, he kept saying that, and he's like, don't say that.
Stop saying that.
Stop saying that.
So good. Yeah, Jimmy and Alice gave me one of the most fucked up moments of the season. When he's like, hey, you want to go visit your mom's grave with me? And she's like, no, I got plans. And she's like,
and then she realizes,
I forgot mom's birthday. Insane.
I was like, are you kidding?
Like, I have full body chills.
Like, I was like,
and she had finally been so happy too. She wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
And her mom would probably be like, thank God. But
yeah.
Like, she's not. I also wrote down when Jimmy's looking at, like, the their scrapbook, and it's like all the moments in their life, and he goes, okay, that's all we get. Love you, mwah, and, like, shuts it. Yeah. He's, like, crying, but he's also like, haha.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
When she's like, I forget her laugh.
Being so young.
Everything fucked me up. No, and I was sitting next to my mom, and I was like,
same. God. Yeah, I can't imagine, so I don't.
So I just don't imagine.
There were two things that happened on the show that I didn't pick up the first time I watched. One of them is more significant than the other, so I'm going to do the silly one first, which is in the pilot when Jimmy's like, I just want to go home and have a bath and watch Home Alone because I've never seen it. Mm-hmm. And Gabby's like, and she's like, you'll get that later. So then they show he watches it and he gets it. But what I didn't notice is he does it throughout the entire season. I'm sure there's more moments, but he does it.
Oh, he does the
He does the He does it when... well, I only have one thing written down. I think he does it more than once, but the one time I really clocked it was when Brian, like, fully shows them the ring, and they're like, we're gonna act excited this time. And he goes, like, he always does that. I'm like, that's so, like, I love little things like that. But the craziest thing I noticed was the way the pilot ends is, so Jimmy makes his first step at being, like, close with Alice again by going to her soccer game.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy scene because him and Sean, that's really cute. But then he gets beat up, which we'll talk about Heidi Gardner in a second. Heidi Gardner's, like, abusive boyfriend comes and beats the shit out of him because he told her to leave him, rightfully so. And he's, like, laying on the ground, and Alice comes up to him, and he very sadly goes, you look so much like your mom.
Yeah.
And it ends.
And then,
the season finale,
I realized
they're at Brian's wedding, everyone's happy, and it ends with them dancing and smiling, and he's like, you look so much like your mom. And I lost my mind.
Yeah.
And this didn't get nominated for Best Comedy at the Emmys.
That's crazy.
Wednesday did.
Wednesday.
No hate to Wednesday. But did Wednesday do that?
But the Wednesday.
Did Wednesday go, you look so much like your mom? To bookend the season like that?
And she did. The casting so good because
I also love the actress that plays the mom.
Yeah, I would like look at when
That's
they were
Andy
switching
Mack's
back and forth. I was like, that's so funny. That's what she was. I like recognized her. But when they would flash back to the mom, I was like, oh, is that the daughter? Like, I get so confused because they look so much alike.
Yeah.
They have the same smile. Ugh.
What we haven't discussed is the unsafe dick.
I was shook. I was like, what? I was like, oh, this is nice. You like look at the way she's looking at you, or the wife, because he was like, oh no, she didn't love me or something to Gabby, and then it's like Gabby's like, look at the picture, she did love you, and then I'm like, oh, this is sweet, and then I was like, oh no, and me and my mom were like, oh, they're not going to. And then,
oh, that's not.
I was literally like, oh, that's not, and they did.
It was like somehow 50-50, or I was like, oh, they're not going there. But there would be a tiny part of me going, are they? And I was like, no.
I was so confused.
Platonic male-female friendship.
Yeah. But no.
We're getting no. And then I was like, oh, they're not even going to address it. Like, they're just going to move on from it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Nope. When you think she's having sex with someone else, but it should be, I'm like her husband, you thought it was gonna be her ex-husband.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, thanks for, like, I almost did something crazy back there.
Gagged twice because he went on the apology tour, and I thought, oh, it's all, like, they're not gonna do that again.
Yeah.
And then at the wedding, she was like looking at him.
Oh, no.
And then, who said it? Liz? Someone said, like, that's not safe.
That's not safe.
I said,
I was gagged.
Drama.
That's her dead best friend's husband.
I was so shook.
But I don't know how I feel. Like, I'm truly, I think, neutral at this point. Like, I think they have great chemistry.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, but they also are good friends. So, like, I truly, but you know what I did say that about? Ted and Rebecca. And then I went off the rails. But you're telling me that they made Ted and Rebecca, like, completely platonic the whole time, but then they did that to Gabby and Jimmy, who totally could have been platonic the whole time? I rest my case with that one.
I rest my case. Yeah, I think they're going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
With the way they are.
I can't complain, but we'll see how it goes. I think.
Oh, but when he's talking to the picture and Alice hears him say, like...
Yeah, that was
That's
insane.
drama.
The way they had to, like, tell her.
Oh, my God. And the way Gabby talks is so funny, because she's just so, like,
just
open.
so blunt, yeah.
Yeah, and blunt.
Obsessed with her.
I love her. So I can't even... But that, like, I was so shook.
Me too.
I was like, what? I didn't see that coming at all.
The way, like you said, the way that they led up to it.
And I didn't think, like, I was like, oh, this is totally platonic. Like, haha, this is, or I thought he was maybe going to find, like, someone else, like, be with someone else. I thought he was going to be with, this would have been wrong, too, if he was with Heidi Gardner.
Oh, that would have slayed.
I know, like,
he's got to date, someone's got to date a patient, and it can't be Endgame, but we got to, like...
But, like, I thought that was going to happen.
I would rather that morally corrupt thing happen than Sean and Alice. And not that Sean and Alice will happen, but I'm like, I think we should cross that boundary. Yeah. I think we should cross the patient.
No, I was into that. I was like, oh, if they would... Yeah, go with that guy. Go with Jimmy.
When the other patient tries to kiss him at her house.
Yeah,
and then he, like, leaves his shoes in there. He's like, I've already been kissed twice today. Like,
yeah,
oh my God.
Goes to her home. He crosses the boundaries.
He's crossed so many boundaries. He might as well date one of them.
He might as well just date him.
That's so funny.
When he's like, I want him as a therapist.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want.
If I had someone like any of the three of them.
Yeah, I think I want Paul.
They're setting unrealistic expectations. Yeah, Gabby, I would tell her anything.
Gabby, I would like Gabby too.
I feel like I would want to cross the patient line with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Stricken from the record. Can I get that off the record?
I think I would want to cross the line with Paul.
He crossed the line with his doctor. So I think he'd be down the cloud.
With no Paul. I just want to get high with Paul.
Take a gummy with Paul. And eat some fucking Doritos.
Paul. Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. That's the dream.
We have sunglasses on.
I fucking love that. Yes. Oh, yes, the sunglasses. He shows it. I got 2 no's. What did Brian say? He's like, I got 2 no's. One of them was Bernadette Peters.
Literally everything on this show.
So good. Okay, I know we need to move into highs and lows, but I'm trying to remember. I'm really excited for more Liz and Sean because they're starting their company in season 2.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that journey for
like,
Sean.
I want to be a part of it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
be like a investor. I want to be like a client.
Literally everyone on the show is like freaking the relationships with like literally everyone.
Yeah, like, it's so good. And it's only been 1 season.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I always say this. When you have shows, you got to mix up the dynamics. And I do feel like some of them are more than others, but everyone has a relationship with everyone. And that will only continue to happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm obsessed with that. I want more Derek.
I want more Derek.
Yeah, I think we talked about all my favorite.
Jimmy's blue Bronco is sexy.
Oh, I love that car.
I was like, ugh.
So aesthetically pleasing.
And I had just been talking about Broncos to my mom a bunch, and then that pops up, and I'm like, oh, damn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the season ends. The season starts with Jimmy telling Heidi Gardner to leave her abusive boyfriend.
Slay.
Then she gets back with him, and they're back together. And Paul's like, Jimmy's like, I fucking failed.
When Jimmy sees her on the hike thing.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Heidi Gardner's so good on the show. Like, I was thrilled to see her continuously be on it.
Yeah, I didn't know how big of a part she was going to be.
Yeah.
I was happy to see her again.
Then I didn't realize they foreshadowed the ending when in her therapy session where she's like, sometimes I just want to go boop and then like make him stop. And then they're on a hike and he begins to become too much and she boops him right off a fucking cliff. Insane. Like, I would have never seen that coming for this show. Like, how is that gonna, like, what's gonna happen next?
I don't know.
Like, I need it to come out right now. Boop, boop.
I was obsessed with that.
So good.
I was like, all right.
I was shook. Everything was going so well. I also wrote, Wilderness is quaking. Like, this show gave me more of a rush.
Yeah, Wilderness is quaking. Look at that.
Crazy fucking shit. Boop. Insane. I'm excited for everything that's to come. I just really enjoy being around these fictional people.
I really enjoy being around these people.
I really, really do. Hell yeah, should we get into highs and lows?
Yes, let's get into epic
highs
and lows. Lows.
Bree, who is your favorite characters on Shrinking?
Mine? Well, I like them all.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. But I said Paul and Gabby.
Hell yeah. I said Gabby, Derek, Brian, which is such a random Derek. But I also wrote all. Like, obviously, I love them all. Like Jimmy and Alice and Sean.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Now, come on now.
Least favorite.
Boop guy.
Yeah, I wrote Donnie. That's Donnie.
Okay, Donnie.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Moments.
Phoebe Ritterstein, of course.
I feel like we didn't give that its full justice.
Yeah.
Why is he on a bike crying?
I don't know, but
and then he flies off.
Falls in, then he's like, I was already crying.
Oh my god, you're already crying.
And the fact that he was listening to like the same song as Alice.
Yeah. And they would have their listening parties.
Yeah, and Japanese breakfast. Oh, that's another thing. When he's like, but I have Japanese breakfast. You can eat it at home. Or
that's a singer. There's a band. It's so funny.
I love it.
I need to inject this show into my veins.
I'm obsessed that like she would say a lot of things that like younger people would say and like just like how they would all respond to her. It's so funny. But that actor is actually 20. They're always so old. 24?
Yeah.
I said
Sean's like 28 or 29.
Yeah. Paul yelling at that guy for Gabby like with the job was my favorite or like not yelling but going to the job to give her a recommendation and saying, bitch, you better, but he had already given her the job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, she already has a job.
Yeah, she already has the job. And he's like, but he was still there. He still like
water
wanted
bottle.
to lit. He like still said it all. Oh, I love him. Liz giving Gabby the rock. Mm-hmm. So cute.
Their journey. Their friendship journey.
Paul high.
Yeah, that's on my list.
That's all I wanted to see, I think. I said thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Episode 8, I just wrote down because I think that was my fave. And then just every Alice and Jimmy scene, like their relationship becoming better and like even their like bad.
Yeah, like
bad
when he
moments.
like grounds
I just
her.
like, yeah,
she needed that.
yeah. I just like their whole like every time they talk.
I 100% agree.
Love it.
+1 to everything you said. Hi, Paul was great.
Hi, Paul.
I kind of said all these. The dorm scene, like them all going to protect Alice. She's 12.
She's 12.
Took me out. Like I don't think I've ever laughed harder, and like I genuinely laughed out loud so much on this show. Ugh, so good. Just anything Derek did. And then like the "you look like your mom" scene, like the last one, and then Paul going to his grandson's play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slay.
So like any
like
scene.
literally everything.
Everything. Like all
There's so many good moments.
So a little harder. Least favorite.
I know. I wrote down Alice and Sean, like the rejection scene. I would just like was like. I was
it just hurts for her.
Yeah, I just like was like.
He was like, whoa.
He's like, whoa, you're a
Oh,
kid.
that's not.
I said, oh, no. He said, oh, that's not. And I said, oh no.
Yeah.
And I only wrote, and I wrote Paul, Pappy, being sad, Pappy, being sad.
Yeah.
But like, there's probably more. But like, when he was sad,
Him and his daughter's scenes, we didn't talk about that much, but like
their relationship was like really complicated.
but like it was kind of
But
beautiful.
it made me, yeah, it was beautiful how it ended up. But it just made me sad, and it made me sad when he like with Parkinson's, like not being able to, he didn't want to tell his daughter, like just like the realization and everything. I don't know. I love him.
I wrote 2 scenes, which was well, I wrote anyone sad, it looks like.
Yeah, like
Liz being abandoned on Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then we didn't talk about this that much, but Jimmy was obviously going through some shit, but when he like ripped into Liz, so when they're on the deck, like they're each on the deck, and he just found out that Liz's son and Alice hooked up.
Yeah.
He was just like going off, and then they like made up, and it was all okay. But like that was hard.
Yeah, I didn't like that one
was
either.
Sad. Yeah.
I blocked that out.
Yeah. Fair.
I love Liz.
Yeah. Liz. Would you recommend this show?
No.
After all that.
I talked to all the. Yes.
Me too.
Anyone, everyone.
Please.
So fun.
And it's already renewed for season 2, so like get on that shit if you haven't.
Get on it.
If you're still here.
My mom, right after we finished it, when season 2 comes
So real.
That's literally. And I'm like,
if they're filming it now, maybe we'll have it by the summer. I don't know.
I said, I don't know.
Summer,
I
fall.
said, call the Harrison Ford. I don't fucking know.
So true. Have you seen the clip where someone was like, would you do another Star Wars Christmas special? And Harrison Ford goes, like, he says it away from the mic so you don't hear it. And they're like, what'd you say? And he's like, I'd kill myself.
That's so funny. He's so real.
There's also this really great clip. So Harrison Ford's a very, like, just, like, quiet, like, straightforward, like, serious person. And he's on the Graham Norton show. And my boy, Jack Whitehall, star of After Party Season 2. You guys failed us because he got canceled.
You failed us.
But it's him and Jack Whitehall, and I'm sure someone else.
Yeah.
And then Jack makes a joke, and Harrison Ford starts cracking up. And you can tell how proud Jack Whitehall is that he made Harrison Ford laugh. And that's one of my top 10 Graham Norton moments. But yes, I would recommend the show to literally anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
Run, don't walk.
Exactly.
And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most serious a show can be, what would you rate this?
7.
I have 7.
Okay, cool.
Whoa, look at that.
Okay. I got a little nervous.
I wrote 6,
like,
7, and I circled 7. I committed to 7.
I think 7.
Yeah.
I think 7 feels right.
Yeah, because it deals with grief, but it's fucking hilarious.
But, like, yeah, you're laughing most of the time. But it's about, like, serious. Like,
yeah, but the serious stuff is handled well.
Yeah,
but it's, like, done through humor.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Aww.
It's time for our last segment.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what I'm getting myself into.
Called Therapy.
Oh, no! Glasses!
In this segment, we're gonna look for a therapist. Can you imagine?
We start surfing.
The only therapist I have is Dr. Pepper.
Oh, wow.
The only doctor I know is Dr. Pepper.
That's inspiring.
No, we're just gonna do a little themed kind of Q&A based on shrinking. That's a little more serious than we normally are, but not too serious because that would be a little too off-brand, and I'd have a mental breakdown. I don't actually have a therapist yet,
and I'd have to log into BetterHelp.
Yeah, we would have to log into BetterHelp live on the pod. Okay, so Bree, pick a category based on shrinking. We're both gonna answer that, but we're gonna go by category: mentors, friendship, or mental health.
I'm gonna do friendship.
Okay, so today you just finished tumbling 3 rocks. Oh. Who in your life would you give your rocks to?
Oh my god. What the fuck?
If you had to choose today. You could always make more.
Yeah.
But who would you give your first 3 to?
I guess I'd give you one.
That's I guess.
I could no, just kidding.
Hold on. This sounds weird.
What happened?
I can't hear anymore.
Oh,
because it came out, but the rubber's in my ear. Ew.
Can you get it? Okay. That's so funny.
Wow, the podcast is so real and raw.
This is a real and raw moment.
Do you like how I put glasses on?
Wait, this is a pretty good question related.
Thank you. I think this is my best one, so it's all going to go downhill from here.
Okay, well.
Hello? All right, we're here. Let's go, Bree. Who you giving your rocks to?
Okay, you.
Okay, why?
Oh my god.
And why? Did I not say and why? It's because I didn't write it down. I wrote it on my notes app in my phone, but it's recording us.
You're my bestie? What am I supposed to say?
That's really nice.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
This is like the end of Miles' podcast. That's how I want this to feel, but I don't have
We need the music. Then I'll start crying.
And then like his wife always cries.
But then he has to hit it again.
So that sends me every time.
You, because the fuck? We have a podcast together. We're friends.
That's true.
We're besties.
Yeah.
We've been besties.
We've gone through highs and lows.
We've been through the epic highs and lows, and yeah, we both it'd be weird not to give you a rock.
That's really kind.
It'd be weird. It'd be like, huh? If I didn't give you a rock.
It'd be really fucked up.
I'm like, actually, Harrison Ford.
I mean, you get 3.
I have 3. Okay, and then who else? This is Julia?
Squints. And why?
I would give Julia a rock because she's also my bestie. How lucky am I to live with 2 of my besties?
That's really profound.
No.
That's thought-provoking.
Who I can, I don't know, like, why? Now, this is getting too deep. I need music. Because I feel like, this goes for both of you. I feel like I can be myself around you both. And yeah, if we've been friends this long, then what the fuck?
You deserve a rock.
Then you deserve a rock. And, oh my god. I have to give one more rock?
Yeah, it's like Rose on The Bachelor.
That's what I feel like right now.
Really pretty
and
rocks.
When it's the last rose.
This is the final. I come back in. And this is the final rose of the night. It's the final rock of the night.
The final rock of the night. All right, and I'm gonna give my 3rd rock. I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is like.
Isn't this really profound?
This is profound.
Without
and
being
also
too
like,
profound,
oh
right?
no.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I would give my 3rd rock to Ava.
Yeah.
Because Ava is always there for me and talks deep with me and is bestie too. Y'all my bestie. I get that, like, realize like the rock goes to people who are
real ones.
Who are the real ones. So I only have 3 rocks.
Yeah.
And those are my 3 rocks.
That's pretty good. We are your 3 rocks.
Yeah, literally.
It's kind of beautiful.
That's kind of beautiful if you think about it. That's probably the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, should I make some rocks?
Yeah, I'm like, should we get into this? I need a hobby. And
how do you even do that?
Tumbling. Yeah, I know. I was like, because it takes time, doesn't it? Shouldn't you be like, it takes months?
Yeah, and she's out there on that. I love Liz.
I love Liz. I could probably say the same thing because y'all are my besties too. But in an effort to sound different, I will give you one because I'm looking at you.
What if you didn't give me one?
Yeah, I'm just like...
And then I'm like this.
I give one to Ava and Julia, but not you. Of course, Ava and Julia would get rocks too, but I don't want to be repetitive. So I was thinking about this today. I'd give one to you because you're my bestie. We've known each other for...
47 years.
I think we will have known each other 10 years this August because that's when sophomore year
well.
started. Like, we probably weren't, like, close until halfway through sophomore year.
Yeah, we probably didn't actually like each other.
But it's coming up, the big 10 out. Is it Tinfinity? What is
the Tinfinity?
Nick and Schmidt. Is it 10?
Is it?
It feels like Nick and Schmidt knew each other longer than that,
Yeah.
though. But they knew each other in college.
Yeah. Oh, so that does make
Alexa, what's the medal for 10-year
I missed
anniversary?
something. Can you say it again?
Alexa, what's the 10-year anniversary medal?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the 10-year anniversary is traditionally referred to as the tin anniversary or aluminum anniversary.
Tinfinity, baby! We have to have a Tinfinity!
What do we do?
I don't know. More on that later. We'll watch New Girl.
We just watch.
We were like, we have to make a big deal when we hit 1,000 on Snapchat, and we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
But Tinfinity feels legit.
Yeah. That's more legit than the Snap Street.
100%. So I'd give it to you because you're one of my oldest and best friends, and yeah, you get me, girl. Sorry, I was trying to throw us up.
Yeah, I'll never do that again. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I was just
we're
trying
going
something
strong.
new.
Like you said, we're still kicking, so
Then
that's real life. But I was also thinking I'd give one to my mom. I mean, because she's my mom.
I guess I should give one to my mom.
Well, you'll get more, but you had your
Okay.
3.
You said you had your time. You yield your time.
I'd give one to my mom because, I mean, she's my mom and I love her and she raised me and she's
She
always there for
actually
me.
raised
And when
you.
I'm sad, I call her and sometimes she's mean to me about it.
And sometimes she bullies
Because I call her about missing ranch in my pizza order, but at least she sent me a pizza and ranch plush for
that's
Valentine's
so
Day.
sweet. That's
So I'd give
tender.
her a rock. That is tender.
That's tender.
And then I was thinking my third would go to my coworker named Megan because she's also a Megan because she taught me about content
So
and now
true.
she's moving off the team.
Aww.
So I'm giving her a rock.
That's
even though she'll
nice.
never hear this, but she gets a rock.
But she
because
gets a rock.
She was so helpful and taught me a lot.
She
And
was
an
your
inspiration.
mentor.
Yeah, she was like a mentor.
Yeah.
Even though that is a separate category.
Oh, well.
Should we go there?
Should we go there?
Should we go?
I'm
mentors.
kinda nervous. What's next?
This one I half-assed because I couldn't think of. I was really struggling with a third one.
Okay.
If you could pick any
I really have that.
public figure, not someone in your personal life, because I feel like we covered personal life. Any public figure to like mentor you. Who would you pick? Why is it Harrison Ford?
And suddenly it's Harrison Ford.
Mhm.
I don't. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I know.
Do you know yours?
I could probably answer first.
Oh wait, I know yours.
Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an obvious one. I could try to think of another one, but like truly, I could cry. Or Jane Lynch. Sorry, I saw the
wait.
Jane Lynch book.
Jane
Okay,
Lynch.
hold on. I feel like
That's
there's
so
so
funny.
many influential women, like so many of different ages. Amy Poehler to me though is obviously so fucking funny. Like when I watch her in interviews, she's so naturally funny.
Yeah.
But she just also has this like just such good energy to her. Like she seems like truly the kindest person. I love seeing like her female friendships with Tina Fey,
Why
Aubrey
did she hit you with
Plaza.
the rock tomorrow?
But maybe it's she tumbled me.
Maybe she gave you the.
She just like threw it a little too hard.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, I just feel like I never hear anything like bad about her. I'm jinxing it, like you said, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. She has like such a great sense of humor. She seems like such a great person. She talked about how she's obsessed with Juliana Margulies because she was in ER and she just wants to grab lunch with her and talk to her about
Grab
ER. And that's how I
lunch.
feel about her on Parks and Rec. Like
Slay.
obviously, specifically Parks and Rec is really significant to me. But I truly, truly just like everything I see about Amy Poehler, like, is always just so kind and just like fun. Like my quote in my Instagram bio is, you know, you can't look stupid when you're having fun.
So true.
Which is like silly, but like words to live by because sometimes you get too in your head about like trying to want to look cool to impress people.
Yeah.
especially like on like social media and things like that. But generally, in general, I'm like, I'll overthink everything I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my God, that was so weird. That was so cringy. That was so this. But so like,
cringe.
But no one looks stupid when they're having fun. Like if you're yourself and you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
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 And I just think that that's a small
no
little example.
No one's judging you harder than yourself.
Exactly. No one's thinking about you the way you're thinking about you. So that's why I'm also going to talk about Alexis Rose. Right? That's something she says. No one's thinking about you the way that you're thinking about you. She's also my mentor, to be honest. I wish I could have her energy. But yeah, I think Amy, and then like the thing she does, she has her Smart Girls like coalition. Like she has so many little things that she does to make like comedy and the world a better place. That's my girl.
That's beautiful.
I love her.
I don't have anyone.
Okay. Leah Michelle.
Yeah, that Ryan stabbed me in the back. No,
yeah, we've all been there. We've all had a loss.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I don't look up that hard to like people anymore because I don't know.
I feel like it's different than like standing.
Yeah, but like with Leah Michelle, I did like she was my idol. Mm-hmm. Like I was going hard.
Yeah.
That like got ruined. So
that's tough.
I mean
that's an authentic story to share.
Yeah, that's the truth though. Like, because I feel like, but I mean, I did stand her too because I feel like that kind of broke a little bit of my fangirl mentality because of it. Like I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a line you toe with enjoying specifically real people.
Yeah, it's like real people.
Like fictional characters even when they're flawed, they're fictional. Yeah. And like as long as you have that mentality. It's complicated because like the thing is though, like I don't think Leah Michelle is like a good example of this, but like humans are flawed. Yeah. And when a celebrity like fucks up, not to say like again, I feel like I shouldn't like make this adjacent to like Leah Michelle because like it sounds pretty fucked up. Like racism like that strong isn't fucking up. Not that she can't learn and grow. Anyway. Yeah. But like sometimes someone will do something that's like sounds a little stupid that isn't aggressively like offensive, and then people cancel them, and I'm like, they're humans.
Yeah, just like. Yeah.
And, like, I think we've gotten a little too hard.
Yeah, we cancel people a little too hard.
I think, like, cancel culture is not what cancel culture is anymore.
Yeah.
Because
it's like literally everybody, like, if you say, like, and you gotta be scared for your life.
Yeah.
But also, it, like, now with social media and stuff, it does pass very quickly.
Yeah, which is also...
Which is another side.
We can
like,
really get into this. Let's do an episode on cancel culture.
There's two sides of it. Yeah. Like... Because, like, also, sometimes people don't get, because it's just, like, it's on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like, everything just moves so fast.
That's why I think it should be reserved when things are truly, like, problematic is also a word that's gotten, like, overused.
Yeah.
But truly, like, something wrong. And I feel like it's, like, a case-by-case thing, and it's it's gray, it's not black and white, and all that stuff. But it's, like, we spend so much time, like, obliterating celebrities who do something stupid versus like the people out there that like Kanye West was like, I'm uncancelable. He actually said that, like I saw an article come out today like you can't cancel me, which is true because people will continue to listen to him. But it was like Kanye West stands by anti-Semitism but says you can't cancel me.
Yeah.
And it's like we're going off on this one person who tweeted something really stupid 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. But like there are people out there. That we refuse to not listen to because it's Kanye West.
Yeah.
That's complicated. That's not what this podcast is
about. Not what this podcast is.
We can be smart.
And on that note, I'm going to say Jane Lynch. But in reality, I don't know that much about Jane Lynch.
Yeah.
I just know that she's an icon on the shows she's on.
Yeah,
she's a great actor. And everything I've heard about her, she seems great. But, yeah. But I don't know. Fictional characters, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have a fictional character you want to like be like? I want to be like that person when I grow up.
Harrison Ford.
Just came at Paul. Let's go, Paul. Hi.
I'm Paul. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I need to look this up. I need to go through my TV time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like Sydney the Bear.
Yeah.
It's pretty inspiring.
I'm a big Io stan right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Io is a good person to look up to because she'd be keeping a job and doing whatever the hell she wants.
She's pretty real. Yeah. And did you see Jennifer
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Seems like that's why she has an Emmy.
Yeah.
Also, like, make it seem like she came to her door sobbing.
I know. I said, are you kidding?
I'm like, she kind of was like, I'm going to throw myself a little bone here.
That's why she won an Emmy. That's so funny.
Sometimes I'm like, what if we said we never talk about real people on this podcast because it's like, one day we're going to meet them.
Yeah.
Not that I feel like we don't really have anything bad to say about people because A, we don't really know them like I just said. Unless like someone like, I'll say it, fuck Kanye West that comes back to bite me, then so fucking be it.
I'll say it, fuck Kanye West.
I'll make a political stance right now.
Real.
Okay. Last section is mental health. So
Oh no.
What'd you do? Did you lose this?
Oh,
we keep losing the little part of our
little
headphones.
rubber. All right.
So in Shrinking, Paul and then Alice and then Jimmy listen to music to sit with their grief. Do you, not necessarily like, because I feel like when I'm sad, music isn't my go-to.
Yeah.
But do you have an artist that would or does make you feel better when you're just like going through something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't answer. I did frame it as a yes or no question.
Yeah.
And who?
And looks around.
And how? And
well, makes me feel better. Well, I feel like I am someone who listens to sad music even if I'm sad and I feel like better. Like I listen to a lot of sad music.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, of course I like Taylor Swift. Of course. And I like Noah Kahan right now. And his music's really sad, but it also makes me like happy. Mm-hmm. But also sad. I don't know. Like a cry song. Like also Phoebe Bridgers is a good one. They literally listen to that in the show.
Yeah.
And I like that's why I like songs from TV shows and stuff because it's usually being shown in like an emotional scene or whatever, and it like I don't know, it makes me feel like I like to feel that's what I like when content makes me feel like a very strong emotion.
Yeah.
Like so I do listen to like a lot of music from TV shows too. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, feel good music. I like Muna, Poppy, and yeah, I don't know.
Those are good answers. You did good. You did good.
I like, but I do like I'm someone who can listen to a sad song and be like, and I like if I'm sad too. It's like kind of makes me feel better, which is weird. I feel like I've just gotten into music like a lot too. Like I don't know. Starts crying.
I'm weird with music.
I'm weird.
Because like my music taste is so random. Like I struggle with being an artist person over a song person. I'll find a song I really like and like won't listen to any more of their songs. Sometimes I do, sure. But I feel like a lot of time I'll like hyperfixate on a song and not think.
Kill songs.
Yeah. I always, my on repeat is on repeat always.
Yeah.
And then it's completely different a month later.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I think Taylor Swift is one of the few artists. I do really like Noah Kahan too. I'm trying to think. Ally and AJ, love them. I've been talking about that a lot with other people. I'm like
Ally and AJ?
More on Ally and AJ because they're genuinely are so good still. Like I have other artists. I feel like I was just thinking of one specifically. Lana Del Rey.
Oh, Lana Del Rey.
Like I definitely have artists. But the way I listen to music is like so much different than I feel like other people do. And I know I'm not alone, but like when I hear other people talk about music, like so-and-so's album just dropped, so-and-so's album. I don't think that way. I just like hear a song and I like it. And then I listen to that song over and over again. So I don't necessarily gravitate toward just listening to music in general. And then when I'm sad, music isn't my medium to feel better because when I'm sad, if I want to feel sad, like I need to do that separately from media. And normally if I want media, I need it to distract me. Like I need it to completely take me out of that feeling. And maybe to the point like crying is good for you. It's just when I'm always sad, it's at an inconvenient time when I shouldn't be crying. Even though I know crying will make me feel better. So sometimes I'll cry in the shower or like it'll just happen naturally when I'm on FaceTime with my mom or sister.
So true. It just happens. It just
has to happen. So probably, like, listening to music and feeling that would probably be good. But, like, if I were to listen to music because I'm anxious, it's not even sad. It's just, like, when I'm in a bad mood because of anxiety or sadness or being upset about something or whatever, I need the music to be just completely, like, just, like, take me somewhere. Even if it's, like, emotional. Because when I listen to music, I'm not, like, feeling what the music is. I'm listening to the sound almost. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not absorbing the meaning of the song.
Yeah.
I'm absorbing how the song sounds. So sometimes, like, sad songs can also be poppy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
have a little kick.
Yeah. And I'm not, like, paying attention to what the song's about. I'm paying attention to how the sounds make me feel. So a lot of it is more upbeat. But, like, listening to, like, Another Love is, like, it's an
Another
emotional
Love
kind
is
of song.
Emotional. That's a roller coaster.
But, like, I'm just, like, that piano slays.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's kind of how I listen to music. Is, like, if I like the beat, I like it.
Yeah.
And then the, like, meaning of it comes later. Mm-hmm. Or if I can, like, make a movie in my head about it and it's, like, taking me out of the moment. Like, I might be realizing what the song is about, but I'm not thinking about it being sad. I'm thinking about it being, like, cinematic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If that makes sense.
I feel that.
I could go on and on because I think music is so interesting, the way different people interpret and listen and enjoy music. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I do it so specifically because my Spotify Wrapped be insane. Like, I jokingly was to my coworkers, like, oh, the White Lotus theme song is probably on my Spotify Wrapped. Yeah. And then it was. Because that's the way I listen to the most random fucking music.
Real.
And I'll listen to music from, like, 2009, like, on repeat. Which I know, like, John, like, I listen to 80s music all the time. But, like, so many, I'll, like, specifically be obsessed with a song that no one's listened to in 10 years.
Yeah.
I'll be like, this is my song.
I do that, too. Like, because also I'll listen to playlists, like, playlists other people make about different vibes or whatever, or sometimes I even like book playlists too. Mm-hmm. And then I hear one song and that I forgot about, and then I'll listen to it like so many times. But I'm like, so like I do like kill music. Like I will hear a song I like, and then I'll listen to it like 70,000 times, and then I'll be like,
and it's like hyperfixations. Yeah, we should do a podcast on hyperfixation. No. Yeah, music's so interesting, and we could do like a whole podcast on that about like the way my brain works.
About how my brain works.
Weird. But yeah, that's all I had for us in my that's it for today's session. That'll be $100,000.
No, literally.
And we're out of time.
And that'll be $5,000. Oh, we're out of time actually.
But yeah, thank you for coming to my session. More next week. Thank you for having me
at your session.
Our next session of Unseriesous, I think, is gonna be my life with the Walter Boys. Which, honestly, guys, get ready. It's about to get so unserious in here. I think it's
gonna be so unhinged.
I think everyone grab your poppy, unsponsored, and sit down, and we're gonna have a fucking laugh to celebrate leap year. Leap year.
So true. Woo, with the Walter Boys.
And then let us know what you want to hear in March. We don't have
anything planned.
Maybe another season of Pretty Little Liars is coming soon.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll watch, I think, one day.
Yes.
Would be cool. But let us know what else is popping.
Let us know what's popping
in culture.
In the culture.
Pop culture.
Yay.
Okay. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Love y'all. Boop.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye!